Razer has been on the march with their gaming mice recently. They put their ambidextrous Viper on a diet to create the performance-focused Viper V2 Pro, and now they've set the coaches onto the Deathadder. The result is the Deathadder V3 Pro, and we've been testing it out to see if the subtractions, additions, and alterations have ruined a fan favorite or produced a new king. Let's shine our own light and figure out what went. Razer appears to be targeting the Logitech G Pro X Superlight with this mouse, not just in terms of weight and performance, but even the unboxing experience. The lid lifts off to reveal the mouse sitting in a plastic cradle with no apparent packaging to protect it. However, flipping the lid over allows you to find the small circular puck of high-density foam. This is positioned to press the mouse down into its cradle, completely immobilizing it for the duration of its journey. It's a good system that results in very low waste. However, we'd still like a bit more packaging just for peace of mind. Moving on to the setup, we find a straightforward process identical to that of other 2.4 GHz wireless gaming mice. As the Deathadder V3 Pro is wireless, simply grab the dongle and plug it into a vacant USB port. Alternatively, attach the included adapter to the USB Type-C cable and plug the dongle into the adapter. This will save you USB port and keep the cable close by for emergency charging scenarios. This is a make or break aspect of the Deathadder V3 Pro. Mouse shape is a huge deal to competitive gamers, meaning that millimeters matter. We mentioned earlier that the Deathadder has a very beloved shape, with many gamers finding it prohibitively difficult to adapt to new shapes. So the Deathadder V3 Pro has to be carefully designed to avoid alienating longtime users. When initially compared to older Deathadders, it's hard to notice any difference at all. But when we started going back and forth, the differences in feeling quickly became apparent. The most notable difference can be found in the ergo tilt. This refers to the asymmetric shape of the shell, in this case, the right-handed design of the mouse. The prominence of this hump has been increased a tiny bit, which results in it filling the hand more than in previous versions. Depending on your preference, this can either feel more comfortable or result in unpleasant pressure on the palm of the hand. Much like when we reviewed the Viper V2 Pro, we were pleasantly surprised that such a light mouse can still feel robust enough to stand up to the rigorous slapping of salty FPS players. Our standard heavy squeeze and shake test revealed quite literally no creaks or rattles, which is impressive as most gaming mice have at least some give when it comes to these tests. Whatever finish they've used to coat the surface of the mouse is excellent too. It's difficult to describe, but it's got a very fine texture, almost imperceptible. In fact, this results in the mouse being both smooth and grippy simultaneously. Again, this is very similar to the Viper V2 Pro. The similarities continue too, with RGB lighting being entirely absent from the Deathadder V2 Pro. It's replaced by a simple black triple snake logo, which is slightly smaller as compared to previous illuminated versions, and we think it looks elegant, which isn't a word we expect to use to describe Razer products, as you'd hope from a $150 ultralight gaming mouse. Using it to game is a fantastic experience. It tracks flawlessly and we experience no spin-up or angle snapping whatsoever. Additionally, the 63/2.2 oz weight made for effortless movement, and it glides across a mousepad with no resistance at all. Razer also equipped the PTFE mouse feet with a bevel from the factory, meaning there is no scratchy breaking in period. We mentioned earlier that the thumb side buttons have been slightly repositioned in order to cut down on accidental presses, and we can confirm that this has worked a treat. The main mouse buttons are lovely too, with the clicks producing some nice audible and tactile feedback. They've also been separated from the main shell of the mouse too. Our best guess as to why is that it makes them easier to press from fingertip players. Additionally, if you frequently utilize the drag clicking tactic, this mouse is great for this, as the grippy texture and angle of the mouse buttons combine to make it honestly pretty effortless. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Keep watching and stay with us subscribing to this channel. Have a great day.